brother is producing something and you patronizing your brother.
Listen to Planet 101.1 FM News at 7 a.m., 12 noon and 6 p.m. with our news in special English at 2:30 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Planet Radio 101.1 FM, revolving around you.
Is the news at noon. In the news at noon, Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba receives reports of probe on erstwhile Head of Police Intelligence Response Team, Abba Kyari. Akwa Ibom State Government moves to intervene on fast encroaching erosion threats on Nung Udoe Eket Road. Member representing the Uyo Federal Constituency, Enyong, doles out 11 million naira business grants to constituents. On the forum saying U.S Supreme Court blocks President Joe Biden's anti-home eviction measure. Sports Nigeria forward Isaac Success seals permanent transfer to Udinese. The details coming up shortly. Good afternoon and welcome to the news on 101.1 FM Uyo. I am Samuel Williams. We begin with the update that Nigeria has recorded 835 additional COVID-19 infections with 11 new cases in Akwa Ibom State. Data from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and CDC showed that the cases were spread across 19 states and the FCT. The Public Health Agency said Rivers State recorded the highest number with 263 infections, followed by Lagos with 217 cases. The agency noted that 10 COVID-19 related deaths were recorded, increasing the country's fatality figure to 2,298. The agency had attributed the rise in cases to the Delta variant, which was surging in 5 states. It noted that the Delta variant was much more contagious than previous versions of COVID-19. On security matters, the Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba has received a report of the panel set up to probe the bribery allegations against the erstwhile Head of Police Intelligence Response Team, Abba Kyari. This was disclosed in a statement by the force spokesman, Frank Mba, who said the report was submitted by the chairman of the Special Investigative Panel, DIG Joseph Egbunike, at the force headquarters in Abuja. Kyari, a Deputy Commissioner of Police (DCP), was suspended by the Police Service Commission on August 1. This followed the IGP's recommendation to allow for an independent investigation after the U.S. court document linked him to an Instagram celebrity, Ramon Abbas, better known as Hush Puppy. 3 weeks later, the police authorities set up a panel to study in detail the available documents related to Kyari, who was indicted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. Coming back here, Akwa Ibom State Government says it has mobilized Nigerpet Construction Company to immediately intervene on a fast encroaching erosion threat along Nung Udoe Eket Road. The Commissioner for Works and Fire Service, Professor Enyong, said in an interview that the prompt response became important to avert total collapse of the road. Noted that many parts of the state threatened by erosion has intensified by the rainy season. Ibanga, who spoke while he was on the spot assessment of the road, disclosed that the state government has intervened in no fewer than 100 roads in recent months. He explained that the value placed on the lives residing around erosion-prone areas would not permit state governments to wait for ecological funds before moving into areas with urgent need. Away from that, the member representing Uyo, Uran, Nsadatai, Ibesikbo Sultan Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Enyong, has, in collaboration with the National Human Rights Commission, presented 11 million naira business grant to 11 indigents of the states, with each of the beneficiaries receiving ₦1 million each. The empowerment program, which is a continuation of the lawmakers who wants to be a millionaire empowerment program for his constituents, witnessed presentations of checks to the beneficiaries in Uyo, the state capital. Speaking at the event, Enyong, popularly known as Babantan, said the gesture was in furtherance of his commitment as a public office holder to reduce poverty and engender social equality amongst the people who entrusted him with the mandate.
Today is not a day of a long speech. First of all, let me thank God Almighty for providing the resources which has enabled me to empower the youth, women, and elders, in Uyo Federal Constituency, in furtherance to my poverty alleviation project, who wants to be a millionaire. My people, I have a dream inspired by the words from the Holy Book in Luke Gospel chapter 4 verse 18. Better days ahead. As a private businessman, long before my venture in politics, you all know, now I am only taking it to a different level as a public office holder with the same vision, same mission to empower each and every one of us with sustainable development.
The Chairman House of Representatives Committee on Solid Minerals thanked God for granting him the enablement to serve his people, and specifically lauded the National Human Rights Commission for their continued partnership for the success of the program. On her part, the wife of the lawmaker, Mary Grace Enyong, who was also at the event, urged beneficiaries to use the grants judiciously.
Someone that has love, care, and empathy for his people. Someone that is very compassionate. So Babantan doesn't give you because he has so much. He gives you because he loves to give to his people. That is not going to stop. Continue to put him in your private prayer. Don't go and use the money for things that are frivolous and things that are not important. Please make sure you invest this money, because even if you go to a bank, they cannot even give you 50,000 naira for free.
Reacting, some of the beneficiaries drawn from various local government areas in the state thanked the lawmaker for the gesture, while pledging to use the funds wisely for expansion of their businesses.
I came in contact with Babantan, and by that time I was a graduate, but riding on motorcycle. Anytime he comes to you and we are aware he's around, we will follow him. At a certain point he will stop and start throwing money at us. And this time around, when I heard he's coming, so now I don't have much to say. It's God that enthrones people. From what he has done today, he has the people at heart. Honestly, I'm into poultry farming. My farm has been shut down because of lack of funds. But look at me today. Babantan has empowered me with 1 million naira. He's going to take care of a few things in my farm.
Some dignitaries at the event included the Zonal Coordinator, National Human Rights Commission, Barrister Uloma Umozuo Eke, the Senior Legal Officer of National Human Rights Commission, Adesuwa Giwa, former PDP Chairman, Uyo Senatorial District, Obong Nsentep, a former Commissioner for Science and Technology, Samuel Efanga, amongst others. The chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, AKSPHCDA, Dr. Martin Akpan, has ascribed the training of primary healthcare workers and managers on the implementation of Basic Healthcare Provision Fund currently going on in the state as the most massive training ever conducted in the health sector of the state. Dr. Akpan stated this when he undertook an on-the-spot monitoring and assessment of the progress of the training at the various venues of the exercise in the federal constituencies of Uyo Senatorial District. The boss of AKSPHCDA was accompanied by Board Member 3 and Chairman of the Planning Committee of the training, Isaac Kokot, enjoined the participants to be totally committed to the training, which he said was one of the requirements by the federal government for the states to access the BHCPF. According to him, access to the BHCPF will open a window to predictable funding to assist the state government revitalize the over 400 primary healthcare centers in the state, adding that The cascade training will also be replicated in all the federal constituencies in Eket and the Kodakbane senatorial districts. Dr. Akpan said he used the opportunity to appreciate Governor Udoe, whom he described as a visionary leader, for his approval and support for the revitalization of the ailing primary health care centers, just as he also commended the governor for the holistic pace in the states, which has provided a conducive environment for the trainings. He commended the representatives of the local government areas on the governing board of the agency and facilitators who were on hand to receive him at venues of the training, whose participants are drawn from officers in charge of the facilities, their deputies, Ward Development Committee chairman and their treasurers. On his part, Board Member 3 and Chairman of the Planning Committee, Isaac Kukut, also encouraged the participants on the need to be serious with the training, adding that knowledge gained and put into use is rewarding. A week-long cascade training in Uyo Senatorial District was held at Community Secondary Commercial School 4 Towns, Community Secondary Commercial School Ibiakuitam in Itu, and the Tinan Institute in Itinan. In their respective remarks, Enenekat John Usoro of Ibesikpo Ward 3 in Nung Udoe, an officer in charge of the Primary Health Care Center in Ewet, appreciated the agency and the state government for the training exercise. In the meantime, some residents of Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, have appealed to government at all levels to intervene and address the security threats going on in parts of the country. Speaking with Planet News, some of the residents lamented over the poor security state in the country, which has further aggravated insecurity, urging the federal government to look into security units so as to ensure the safety of Nigerians. According to them, the recent attack on the Nigeria Defense Academy was a scary one and should be addressed to avoid a reoccurrence.
Now, if the Nigerian Defense Academy has just been attacked, something needs to be done so urgent to save the life of the citizens, the non-gunmen, the gun-non-men, and the headsmen, and a lot have been able to attack the place. So we should know, and the President, the House of Reps, the National Assembly should wake up and do something.
President Muhammad Buhari is trying, but I need to use this medium to tell the President to put things in order. Very important, the security.
I mean, believe that again, any information and the forces around there. I'm more giving them more. If you're about what is going on, sometimes they both right.
My suggestion is this: that Nigeria should mobilize their army for them to be well trained.
On his part, the residents said security personnel should be mobilized and given extensive training to help prevent such attacks from repeating itself and to protect the country generally. Recorded on the 24th of August 2021, the Nigeria Defense Academy headquarters of Faka, Kaduna State, was attacked by unknown gunmen, with 2 officers reported killed and 1 abducted. You're listening to the news on 101.1 FM. Let's take a breather and bring you more from the foreign, sports, as well as entertainment scenes. Just stay with us.
So my son, welcome to the Kalangolo Shrine. The gods are with us. What can I do for you?
Baba, the way you do me, and I even sick self. I think say him give me HIV.
Eh? No.
What do you mean, Baba?
No way anybody fit use witch give you HIV. If anybody tell you that one, na lie them talk. Because witch no fit give person HIV.
No matter how the wind strong, nobody fit give or carry HIV from witchcraft.
Thank you for staying with us. The U.S. Supreme Court on the foreign scene has ruled to allow evictions to resume across the country. It blocked the Biden administration's COVID-related moratorium on evictions, which would have extended protections to millions of Americans. The moratorium was first put in place a year ago to combat homelessness during the COVID-19 pandemic. All 3 liberal judges dissented from the ruling, while all 6 conservatives ruled in favor of blocking the extension. The Biden administration had argued that the moratorium was needed due to a spike in COVID cases, but extension opponents said many landlords are struggling with the mortgage repayments without regular rent money. Elsewhere, the death toll from 2 blasts at Kabul's airport has risen to 72. This is according to 2 officials who worked in the Ministry of Health until the Taliban take over. One of the former officials said there are many women and children among the victims, while most of the wounded people are in trauma and shock. The official hinted that the toll only accounted for those taken to city hospitals. Now in sports, Nigeria forward Isaac Success has joined Syria club Udinese on a permanent transfer from Watford. The 25-year-old Success spent a 3-year contract with the Whites and Blacks. The striker played 10 times in the championship last season for the Hornets and scored 1 goal. Success joined Watford from Spanish side Granada in 2016, netting his first goal against Bournemouth in 2017. He was on loan to Malaga FC before returning to Watford in 2018-19 season, scoring 4 goals in 13 appearances for the Hornets. On the entertainment scene, Nigerian celebrity stylist Toyin Lawani has welcomed the baby girl with her photographer husband Segun Adebayo. The fashion designer announced the news on her Instagram page. Lawani and Segun tied the knot in June this year. And that's been the news on 101.1 FM. But before we go, a recap of the major stories. We told you the Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba has received the report of the panel set up to probe the bribery allegations against the erstwhile head of the police intelligence response team, Abba Kyari. Akwa Ibom state government says it has mobilized Niger Pet Construction Company to immediately intervene on a fast encroaching erosion threat along Nung Udoe Eket Road. And a member representing Uyo Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Enyong, has in collaboration with the National Human Rights Commission presented 11 million naira business grants to 11 indigents of the state, with each of the beneficiaries receiving $1 million. At the foreign scene, we told you that the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled to allow evictions to resume across the country. And in sports, we reported Nigeria forward Isaac Success joining Syria club Udinese on a permanent transfer from Watford. Now for comments and coverage of your newsworthy events, you can call the newsroom on 0812-770-2940. Visit our website on planet101fm.ng and also like our Facebook page at Planet 101 FM. The news is edited by Anthony Essen. As we end the news, remember that peace is non-negotiable when the growth and prosperity of a nation is a paramount goal. In our daily actions, let's maintain and nurture the peace culture. I am Samuel Williams. Good afternoon, and please stay safe.
COVID-19 don't show back again, oh my people, time to fight am now. Akwa Ibom people, COVID-19 matter don dey use style dey come do season 2 oh, and this season 2 e dey spread fast like bad news, and e no dey sorry anybody oh. Now this second coming of COVID-19 dem dey call Delta variant, and this Delta variant come to kill, steal and destroy anybody wey dey use am play. Make we join hands as we join before, so that we go fit dull am as we dull am before. Vaccines on dey now oh, find where dem dey give vaccine, follow go vaccinate. No carry face mask play oh, and when you wear am cover your nose and mouth properly. Give everybody space when you enter keke or minibus. Wear your face mask oh, government go hold any keke or bus where passengers they do I don't care. Church and mosque them. Now half e go dey be now oh, and prayer no must pass 1 hour. Report any sign wey make you think say you don't get COVID-19 or person where they near you e get COVID-19. Report am for any COVID-19 hospital. Government sef dey shine eye to make sure say dem go arrest who dey use this matter play.
This message now from Ministry of Information and Strategy, Akwa Ibom State.